Bias. That was just about the most certain thing, was the first to show. Ben Bias, a confirmed front runner. Latalomni on the inside through the Rye is handy on the outside of these. Then Contraband and Visibility and Self-Defence. They're flying along at the first super. And Limerick Boy has unseated Sam Thomas at the first flight. Made a mistake. Limerick Boy, one of the fancied runners, is out of the race as they pass the stands. Latalomni and Ben Bias tearing along from through the Rye in third, then Contraband in fourth. Self-Defence, Italian Council and Visibility, followed next by Munker Hostin on the inside of Copeland, then Geos and Sancerre racing together. Quasar on the inside next, followed by Sporazino, a bit worse than midfield, the grey Sporazine from West Ender, and then Risky Reef, Leduc and Mugas and Goldbrook and Tom Paddington. Rooster Booster held up one from last at the moment. The back marker is Never. Also towards the rear, Sud Bleu with Hasty Prince and Man of Mystery. Well strung out. It's a furious gallop. Ben Bias, another bold jump at flight number 2. And they all stream over safely, Never trailing. And it's Ben Bias from Latalomni and through the Rye. These are the three leaders. Sam Thomas is on his feet all right after that fall, and you can see Limerick Boy seems none the worse on the near side. They continue towards the next flight. The front three are chased by Contraband, and then Munker Hostin towards the inside, Copeland out wide. Behind these is Self-Defence and then Visibility. Sancerre and the white jacket towards the left is hunting the leading 6 or 7 up. And then behind these, Italian Council in a yellow cap as they make their way already towards the last flight in the back straight. Very fast run race so far. Ben Bias through the Rye, Latalomni. Self-Defence on the inside with Munker Hostin. Then Contraband. Behind these is Copeland in the red headgear from Visibility. Then Sancerre, who's not far off them either. Geos trying to make ground up the inside of West End of the grey Sporazine in about 10th or 11th. Risky Reef in the black sleeve jacket on his outside. Rooster Booster is tucked away on the inside at the moment, surrounded by horses as they run towards the side of the course. And it's Latalomni, the former chaser, reverting to hurdles today in front from through the Rye. Copeland, pass winner on the outside in his 5th tote. Behind these is Contraband poking through. Sancerre, then Ben Bias, the early leader, now feeling it. Self-Defence travels well in the bright orange jacket. Barry Canary, Munker Hostin and West Ender are next. Then Geos and Sporazine and Risky Reef. And then back in the field to Visibility as they make the turn. Tailing right off is Italian Council. Rooster Booster trying to pick up from the rear, but a bit to do at this stage. They run down towards 4 out. Latalomni hanging in front. Copeland and Sancerre coming there strongly. Contraband, an untidy landing there. Rooster Booster cutting through the pack now. Look at the grey horse, the champion, coming there in the yellow jacket. Sancerre leads over 3 out from West Ender. Self-Defence, Rooster Booster coming there under his big weight. Then Risky Reef and Geos from the rear, Man of Mystery, followed by Quasar. Sporazine trying to get into it as well. 2 out, Sancerre leads from Rooster Booster in second. Sporazine stays on. Then Self-Defence, West Ender, Geos in the blue cap on the outside, and Munker Hostin's running on as well. They race down towards the final flight. Lots of chances. Rooster Boosters come there with every chance to challenge Sancerre. West Ender running another big race on the near side as well. Joining in, then Munker Hostin at the last. Rooster Booster just about in front here. Can he hold them all off under his big weight? Running home Sancerre. Then Munker Hostin, West Ender, Geos, all snapping at the leader's heels. Rooster Booster under 11 stone 12. Geos a late thrust at the line. Tight. Geos on the near side of Rooster Booster. It was close in the end. It'll go to the judge. Hunting them up, Mugas was running on well as well, followed by Self-Defence. Munker Hostin, West Ender, Sporazine on their heels. Sancerre, Leduc, Man of Mystery, Goldbrook. And then back to Risky Reef, Sud Bleu, Contraband amongst the stragglers with Tom Paddington. Tremendous finish. Has Geos just nailed him? He might have done. Geos, the winner of this race in 2000. It's gone to the judge. It's called a photo. Marcus Foley, he may have rested this. His mount here, Geos, getting 1 stone and 3 pounds from Rooster Booster. Whatever the outcome, the champion has run a magnificent race under his huge weight here. He would have been the oldest horse ever to win the Tote Gold Trophy, and bar 1 pound, he'd have carried a similar weight to victory than the Great Persian War. But it just looks as though Geos may just have nosed ahead in the very dying stride. There's the evidence. And if you back Rooster Booster, you're just out of luck. Geos, for Nicky Henderson, training his 4th winner of this race. After Sharper call, this horse and landing light in 2001. And Geos only the second horse, if it's confirmed, to win this race twice in his career after Rosyth in 63 and 64. It was a furiously run handicap hurdle, and Rooster Booster, oh, it was so close.
First, number 7.
Geos is the winner, confirmed, with Rooster Booster second. Munker Hostin is called third, and the judge calls for another photo to decide the fourth. So Geos has just denied the heroic Rooster Booster here at Newbury.
Geos, who beat Copeland 4 years ago, wins it again at 16 to 1. Did touch a pony 25 to 1. It was 18 and 16 generally this morning. Blue Square knew they only went 14 to 1 against that Geos, who wins at 16 to 1. The crowd were roaring home Rooster Booster from the 2 out, but touched off on the line. The gambled on 9 to 2 favourite from 15 to 2 this morning and 6 to 1 on the course. The third horse was Mewcas, good each way money for this at 16 to 1. And it looks like Munker Hostin could be fourth. That was sent off at 20 to 1 Munker Hostin, but is still a photograph for fourth place. And as the languid Simon Holt said, only the second horse to win this twice after Rosyth, the inaugural 2 runnings. Geos 16 to 1. It just floors the Rooster Booster.